It just like stuck as a chant we do at most big shows ever since then. We think it's funny, so.
My name is Philip Dunphy.
My name's Jimmy.
I'm Freddie Smith.
My name is Nick. I am the front man.
Welcome to the 6th annual Halloween with a Spoon!
What if I can't explain?
Nick came up with the name like way before we were even a band.
It's, you know, when you drink a little bit too much and you smoke a little bit too much and you go lay down in your bed and then you get the spins.
A feeling that I wish to prolong. Like, it's like when you're there, you're like, I wish this would last forever sometimes.
You can count the time passing by police tailing right behind. I'll walk with you.
The four of us, we all come from different tastes in music. And then when we come together, we tend to combine them. We usually consider ourselves indie and alternative, but we usually throw in like some classic rock, a little funk, stuff like that. That kind of separates us from most other indie bands.
We all just bring a flavor, you know, that mixes to make like a Neapolitan ice cream, but like of music.
Nick's voice adds a lot to that specifically.
Because my best friend's a shotgun, everybody's got one, I got one too.
His voice gives a lot of like the character of what is known as the Spins.
Freddie specifically, he's a master of his craft. Like, he's been playing drums his whole life. I was super lucky to have met him, otherwise it wouldn't exist.
Nick is the creative force because Freddie is the manager.
I'm the drummer, and I also book most of our shows. I handle like a lot of our social media and like the business aspect of the band and financial as well. I kind of just like organize our events, book the shows, play the drums, and then we all write music together.
I've been in the band for about 3 years now. The band's been around even longer than I've been in it, though. I'm the third bassist in the band.
Well, I play lead guitar.
I play rhythm guitar and I sing.
Anytime Nick isn't singing, I tend to try and fill it in.
I met Nick in college in my business class. I remember he came into the class late with his skateboard, threw his skateboard and his backpack down, sat next to me. He's like, and the first thing he said, "What's up, bro?" Doesn't even know my name yet. I'm like, "Hey man, what's going on?"
Nick and I went to high school together, so we've known each other since sophomore year, which was like 2015. And right when we graduated high school, Nick started working at this place called Mountain Creek, which is a water park in Vernon, where he met Freddie.
And we had the same training class together, and we did like a little icebreaker thing, you know? And I said as my fun fact, obviously, like I play the drums, so he came up to me afterwards and he was like, "Oh, I play guitar. I've been looking for a drummer for my band. We should totally jam together sometime." And then I was like, "Okay, cool."
My biggest achievement was starting the Spins. It felt like it was like kind of fate, you know, like the way I've met Freddie right out of high school. Like, I was about to give up on my dreams of ever being in a rock band or, you know, singing on stage or anything like that.
Our friend Tim, he let us from the moment he's like literally the reason we started the band. We met him at our first show, and then for the first 3 or 4 years of us being a band, he would let us come and practice at his house every weekend, like 2 or 3 days out of the weekend. He loaned us like thousands of dollars to record our first like full album at the studio. Yeah, we wouldn't be a band without Tim.
Our best performance was probably our first Halloween show we did.
So one of my favorite memories with the band is probably our first Halloween with the Spins. We've done it every year since for 6 years now.
Probably most legendary performance would probably be the first Halloween with the Spins.
They were just trying to throw a a party on Halloween. They were like, we're gonna have a show because they had just started to be a band.
Tim let us throw a party at his house for Halloween, and we're like, oh, maybe we can get like 30, 40 people to come. That'd be fun.
And then the 50 people turned into 100, and the 100 turned into 150, and it just kept going up and up. And then at one point, we just had a house and yard full of people.
And that was just like the best experience ever, because it was just like, we just started as a band. None of these people even knew anything about a scene in our area. They all came. It was like, still to this day, the biggest Halloween we've had, like even bigger than our most recent one.
And it was just a huge hit. Everyone had so much fun, so then they were just like, it's our thing now. Like, we're gonna have another one next year, and then it went well again, and it's just always stuck.
After that, we were like, yo, we should go to the studio and like record music and put it out, and kind of just like inspired us to keep going with the band. If we hadn't had that, I don't know if we would have kept going, to be honest.
Yeah, that was the best show ever. Like, I've always come back to that one. Just like, wow, how did that even happen? We didn't even exist for more than a year, and 350 people showed up. I think my favorite song that we put out is...
I would say definitely Shotgun, obviously, and then Vibe. It's like a toss-up between like Vibe Police and Lucky Sig after that. Those three are like the top ones at shows usually.
Your acid stained denim jacket filled with cigarettes and matches found itself on the floor of my car. I gathered all my friends to see just how lucky I could be. Then I called and you said it's alright. Said you'd meet me at about 2:45. My best friend was standing next to me. I told him to go take a walk. Well, and so we did the same. Think I made your boyfriend go insane. He even called and you said it's alright. Well, I have tried to say all the words that come to mind while I'm just dreaming about your smile. Your boyfriend don't know what he has, yet those who have can turn that. If I can only turn the tide, that's why I'm sticking with you.
A lot has happened since I've joined the band, just to start with, because, you know, life is crazy, and you go through a lot, and you learn a crap load from, you know, like being 19 to 22.
Definitely happy with how far we've come, but I wouldn't say obviously happy with where we are. Like, we still got further to go, and I think we're gonna make it there though. So I'm happy with the progress we made, but hopeful for the future still.
I wouldn't want to make music with anyone else. Like, every time something bad comes up, it always comes down to, but we make great music together and it's so fun. So
if that means I have to work a part-time job and make less than a livable wage, you know, when people are telling you, you don't make enough money, or you don't live up to our expectations, like, fuck their expectations 100%, because, like, I'll die on that hill. Just do whatever you want to do, whatever that is.
Hopefully to become a famous band. That's about it. Don't really want anything else.
Watching you bed.